People of God, you are welcome to this video, and I'm super happy to have you here with me. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. So, in this video, we are going to be talking about move to Canada with the Rural Community Immigration Pilot Program (RCIP) program. This is a new program that is recently open and is currently open, and you can actually use it to move to Canada. And I think I should quickly bring it to your notice, especially for those who are interested in Canada. So, as a way of introduction, this program is a permanent resident program. So, if you are able to meet all the requirements of this program, you will have access to apply for permanent resident to Canada. So, it is a permanent residency program for skilled workers who want to work and settle in rural and more remote communities of Canada. So 14 communities were actually selected for this program. These communities are those ones that are able to prove that they will be able to support and benefit from skilled migrants who come to their community. So they are selected for the program. So this community includes Pictou County, Nova Scotia, North Bay, Ontario, Sudbury, Ontario, Timmins, Ontario, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Thunder Bay, Ontario, Steinbach, Manitoba, Altoona, Rhineland, Manitoba, Brandon, Manitoba, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Caresham, Alberta, West Kootenay, British Columbia, North Okanagan, Shuswap, British Columbia, Peace Lahad, British Columbia. So those are the 14 communities that are actually participating in this program. So in this community, certain employers are selected. So these employers are called the designated employer. So and they are qualified to employ migrants for jobs that they are unable to fill with local people in the community. So let's go. Who can apply to this opportunity? So to apply to this opportunity, basically anybody from anywhere in the world can actually apply to it. All you just need to do is to have a skill that is required. And how will you know? You just have to actually get a valid job from any of the designated employer in the in any of the 14 communities that are participating in this program. So once you have a valid job from any of them, the next one is that you must have at least 1 year work experience in the field within the past 3 years. So you must have 1 year work experience related to that your work you want to go and do in within the past 3 years. So 1 year or 1,560 hours of work experience within the past 3 years. And then after that you prove your language abilities. So you prove your language abilities with the approved test. So tests like IELTS, TOEFL, or any other related one that is approved. And then you have Canadian credential that qualifies you for that profession or an equivalent of a foreign equivalent from your home country. So, and last one is that you prove that you have enough money to support yourself, to support your settlement into the community, that is to support the transition from your home country into the community that you want to settle in Canada. So let's quickly take everything one by one. Getting a job. So before you can apply for the permanent resident, like I have told you, you have to get a job. To be able to get a job, you have to apply to the designated employer. And how will you be able to find the designated employer? You have to go to the website of the communities. I have attached a link that will take you to the website of each of the community where you will be able to see the list of designated employer for each community, and then you can then check all the vacancies that are available, and then you see all the jobs that you can do on each of the with each of the designated employer, and based on that you can then make a selection and make your application. Then if you are shortlisted and invited, and then you the designated employer um gives you the job. After you have been able to secure a job from a designated employer, the next thing is for you to get a community recommendation. Now, if the employer has shortlisted you and they really want you to be employed in their company, they will send your credentials to the community. So to the communities, and then the communities will review your application, they will review your details and your information. What do they really want to check? They want to check if the offer is in a priority sector or occupation that is actually not really available in their community. And they also want to check if the offer is real, which is not a fake offer. And they also want to check if you meet all the requirements of the pilot program. So if everything is perfect, you will be recommended. You get community recommendation. So then after you have been recommended, you can then apply for your permanent residence through the RCIP program, um, Rural Communities Immigration Pilot Program. So the next thing we should be talking about now is applying for the RCIP permanent residency. After you have gotten the recommendation, the next thing is for you to apply for the permanent residency. I have included the link that you will use to apply for the permanent residency on the official website. I have included it in the description of this video. So you can just click it there, then you can make your application when you get to that stage. But basically, you're just you what the step you're going to follow is to create your account. So after creating your account, or if you already have an existing account, just sign into the existing account. You must apply online on the official website, on the official portal. Then you get all the forms. You see all the forms in your account there that you can download. There's also a checklist for all the forms. You can just download the checklist. I have included the link to the checklist directly. Then you can download all the forms that you need to fill and upload, and all the forms and all the documents that you also need to attach to submit everything together. So the document checklist will give you all the list and you'll be able to see everything so that you can be sure that you have included everything that is actually required of you. So after you have filled everything and you have filled all the documents and uploaded all the documents and you have attached all the required documents, you answer all questions truthfully, you sign all forms. The next thing is for you to pay the application fee. So now the application fee is also paid online on the website. So I include the receipts after paying the application fee. You include the receipts with your application. So the fees is around 1,525 Canadian dollar. So and it consists of the processing fee, right to permanent residence fee, and biometrics. There might be other fee that you will need to take care of separately outside all this, and they include medical examination, police certificate, language test, educational acquisition assessment, and other stuff, and that those ones are different. So the 1,525 that you'll be paying is for the processing fee, the right of permanent residency, and then the biometrics. So now after you have applied, then what next? The next thing is that you keep your information up to date. So now, once you have applied, it's going to take days or let me say months for them to review your application and process it. During this period that they are currently processing and reviewing your application, you want to make sure that all your information are genuine and they are intact. And if there's any changes in your status, maybe any of your dependents, you can quickly send a message to the IRCC to explain the changes. Maybe you give birth to a child, or there is divorce, or anything like that, or there is marriage, or there is um, anything that change your status. You have to update them. Then after that, the next thing is that you submit your biometrics. Ideally, if you are between the age of 14 and 79, you must submit your fingerprint. And this fingerprint is the details of the biometrics that they usually collect your picture and then your fingerprints. So basically, you have to submit this, and we receive an email actually that will give you the instruction of how to go about it. And then you must make sure that this biometric is submitted within 30 days from the date in the application. The next is that you book your medical examination. You book a date for your medical examination. This medical examination is you have to do it before you can go to Canada. They're going to check your health status and to see if you don't have any health challenges or anything that can constitute a um, public health issue for Canadians, or something that will place you on too much demand on the health services of Canada. So if they notice anything like that, it might lead to rejection of your application. So if everything is intact and you pass the medical examination and all, the next thing is that you track your application status. So after everything is done, you will receive a document called acknowledgement of receipt, receipt letter. So after this, you can begin to track your application. Final result, if the application is approved, you will receive an email instruction on the next line of action. That is basically how you are going to get your permanent resident card and how you can settle in Canada, how you will meet your employer and other things like that. But otherwise, if it is rejected, an email will be sent to you explaining why the application was rejected and basically what you can do. So that is it in this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm super happy that you stayed to the end of it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.